to have fun.
Nah, we have fun here.
It's a fun podcast.
We're one of those-
We're fun guys.
not really like other podcasts. We're a podcast that likes to have fun.
Not one of them serious ones.
You could call us a little zoo crew in here because we're three wild animals.
Oh, I thought you were referencing Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I
He's
thought,
a firebender.
Never seen it.
I thought you were referring to Wild and Crazy Guys.
I got close.
You were almost there.
It got
Oh.
very close.
That's copyright. Hey, gang. I'm James. Who are you?
I'm Kenny.
Who are you?
I am Aaron.
And we changed our name.
What are we? Who are we? Why are we?
Well, we're Guilty Treasures now. Kenny, want to explain?
That feels
James.
good.
Calm down.
I'm very irate.
Guilty Treasures, the movie. Wow, gotta get a clean take.
Take two. Action.
Guilty Treasures is the movie, TV, music podcast that covers all things pop culture that you're just a little bit too ashamed.
Cut.
Clean take.
Kenny, I need you
Here
to
we go.
do books too. You forgot books.
And pop culture.
And pop culture. Okay, Slate. Take three and action.
Just cut.
Yeah, we
One
need a
more
clean
time.
one. Okay. Take four, action. That was a double clap. All right.
It's
This
going to
is
confuse the editor.
new scene. Okay.
Guilty Treasures is a pop culture podcast that covers all the things that you love that you're slightly ashamed to talk about.
Ooh, that's the trailer line right there. That's the trailer
where
line.
it is. All right, Aaron, be sure you get that in.
Yeah,
Get that in somewhere.
Aaron, I believe in you.
That's good.
Also,
You're
Aaron, you are a treasure of my heart.
a guilty treasure, unfortunately.
Everybody has something bad to say about me, but you know, James, he's got my back for it.
I got your back, bro.
But yeah, I think this kind of puts us on the map a little bit.
I hope so.
From Aardman's lesser-known films all the way to Zoolander #2, we
Still haven't
talk
seen it.
about your pop culture loves that you just hate.
But you also love.
Yeah, and I think a critical thing that I want to establish,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to bring in this ironic love of
No.
these things.
Not like people like The Room.
Yeah,
It's like people like who genuinely like the thing. Like I like Shrek and Power Rangers.
genuinely.
Oh yeah, no, I love both of those things.
Genuinely.
Yeah, I think a good way to describe it is when you and your friends are together and you say, oh, yeah, I really like this movie. And everybody just has a unison of, really? Or why? And you're the only one like, but no, how do you not
Yeah.
not see it? It's great. And everybody's like, I don't. Like,
Yeah.
you're, the one in the crowd who fights for it. And I think everybody kind of has at least one of those things, whether
Oh,
it
yeah,
be
for
Bush
sure.
media, whatever it may be.
Also, I like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Really?
Oh, I love Yu-Gi-Oh. It's so dumb.
Wait, card game
No.
or
Well,
Both.
you can't talk about it
Oh.
if you think that if you're ironically loving
No,
it. James.
I'm not. I don't ironically love it. I love how dumb and stupid it is.
But that's ironically loving
No,
it.
no. But like, I get genuine joy from it.
Well, that's different. If you're watching the source material and going, I enjoy this.
Yeah.
But if you're watching something because it's dumb and you're stepping outside of it and you are putting yourself on a pedestal,
I'm not putting myself on a
you
pedestal.
just
I
called
like
it
how wild
dumb.
it gets.
You just called it dumb.
It's a compliment.
it is dumb. Though.
That's not a compliment. Would you walk up to your mother and go, hey, you dumb?
But I,
mean,
love you.
you.
But I love you.
That's caveat, yeah. You dumb, but I love you. Would you do that, James?
No, my mom
Then-
would start crying.
Okay, so then you can't say that dumb is a positive attribute for Yu-Gi-Oh.
But I can, because it is,
It's
and it's
not-
great.
No,
I love
it's
it.
not equitable.
It's so good. The first season makes no sense, but it's great.
That's not equitable. No,
I don't know
this
what you're
does
saying.
not
Let me
equitable.
love what I love, Kenny.
You said equitable, and for some reason I thought of horses
Because of equine.
because of equine, and I just thought of Yu-Gi-Oh, playing horses or horses playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Listen, in one of the seasons, they duel on motorcycles. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Aaron, bleep out my curse.
Okay, say the curse again.
Here we are, guilty treasures.
But yeah, I think we all have an agreement of like I really don't know if I have just a guilty pleasure or if I just have a penchant for John Goodman. Like
Sure.
a lot of my guilty pleasures are John Goodman films.
That's nothing to be guilty of.
Well, from the 80s and 90s.
What? That's nothing to be guilty
King
of.
Ralph is a great movie in my eyes.
I've
That
never
could be-
seen it.
That could be something to be guilty of.
I've never heard of it.
King
What-
Ralph?
Which is why I would like to watch it before I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what people are ashamed of.
Oh yeah, we're
Man,
gonna
That's a great shirt. What are you ashamed of?
Yeah.
we're gonna let's put that on the store. Anyway, we're gonna get guests. We're gonna cycle people in. That's all. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, and I think with this especially, we can do polls, and we can say, hey, what is a book, and people can tell us, and then we can see that. Because I like King Ralph. I think it's a great movie, and I'm
Still
sure
don't-
there's
I
at
still
least
don't know
100
what it
other
is.
people in this state that might think that
It's
too.
only
Okay.
100 in
Only
Texas.
100 in Texas. Yes.
Wow, that's a small number.
That's a very
Well,
small
I'm forgetting
number.
the Panhandle. I always forget.
Oh!
Yeah, that goes up to 105.
I always forget that there's stuff west of Waco, between El Paso and Waco. I always forget that there's stuff out there.
There's so much more stuff.
There's a lot. That's
So you're saying that there's only 100 in the central to eastern region of Texas?
Yes. I think that's a fair statement. It's not a very great movie, I'll admit, but it's a fun movie, and I love John Goodman.
All right, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah,
Be
no one is
yourself.
fighting
Yeah.
you on
Guys,
this.
it's a good movie. I don't know.
Okay,
what,
that's fine.
It's just he wears a Las Vegas shirt and he's got a crown.
That's
and
Great,
Great.
cool.
And then,
Wonderful.
it was also in a time where you couldn't be husky and royal, so
okay.
it was a good time.
It sounds like it.
Aaron, we're on your side.
Yeah, we're with you.
Never once.
We've got your back.
Is John Goodman in Pixar somewhere?
Yeah, he's Sully in Monsters Inc.
That's right. Okay. I was like, is he getting recognition everywhere? Okay, just making sure.
And Monsters University.
That's true.
Yeah. And
Solid movie.
he's got a great voice too for singing. Really
He sings? Does he sing in King
Oh.
Ralph?
good. He might probably, but he sings in Monsters Inc. soundtrack, I think.
Really?
Yeah, or with Billy Crystal. Wouldn't be nothing if I didn't have you. I'll play it for
Alright,
y'all
I
when we're
know.
done recording. It's a
Okay.
great song, really cute.
Great.
There it is.
Great.
One more time,
Great.
just for safety.
Great.
Okay, we got it. Let's wrap up.
All right, that's it, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Bye. Oh man, what if that was it? What if that was the entire podcast episode?
I'm sorry if you paused or stopped it. But I'm just saying, you can see your screen. It shows you that there's more going on. So, but yeah, so what are we talking about today?
I don't know, man. I started watching How I Met Your Mother again.
Are you ashamed of that, James?
The
People
ending.
people said I should be because I relate to Ted Mosby, and then they say, James, you what?
Who tells you to be ashamed?
Of Ted Mosby? Apparently he's a huge misogynist.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll tell you all about it as I go through the seasons.
Have you watched How I Met Your Mother, Aaron?
Off and on. I don't think I've ever sat down and binged it to where I'm coherent enough with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember things and stuff about it. I think it was ending my freshman year of college.
Mhm.
So it was a real big thing. And it was kind of like a dude bro-y thing. All the dudes got together and watched it. I was like, it's not really my thing. I'm going
See,
to go.
that makes me feel bad. That dude bros are associated with that show.
Well, where I was at school. It felt like a dude bro thing.
Still,
I went to school at Texas State. So, yeah.
Oh.
they probably liked Barney.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was a Barney thing. And I just went to go play Super Smash Brothers with the Gamers Club.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Well, James, die on
What?
this hill then. Die on this hill. Defend your love of How I Met Your Mother. If it's been commandeered by Jew Bros,
Ugh.
and if people are trying to shame you in liking that show,
No, I just relate with Ted Mosby and Marshall. But listen, I'm a hopeless romantic, so it's nice to see the struggles of another hopeless romantic, and it gives me a sense of catharsis.
what sets Himyam, as I like to call it, that's something that I've just coined. What sets Himyam apart from any other show that is tackling a similar subject matter for you, James?
I don't know. It's okay. Well, so I turned 26 like almost a month ago.
Humble
Happy
brag.
birthday.
Thank you. But in the show, Ted starts off like the story takes place when he's 27 and then goes throughout the years. So seeing it from like a 26 view versus like 18 when the show started, I was like, wow, this honestly feels like a real group of friends. Like it feels pretty genuine in their antics.
Mhm.
I mean, sure, it's hyperbolized because it's a TV show. It can't be real, like, you know, like
Mhm.
they exaggerate things to make it entertaining. But like at the core, it's like it feels like what a friend group feels like in your late 20s.
Yeah, the humor very much feels like it's comprised of bits.
Yeah.
Because your friends are comedy writers, which makes sense because I feel like there's a little bit of overlap that How I Met Your Mother might be sort of quasi a show for comedy people,
I feel like it is.
yet it still had the mainstream appeal of a Friends type
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, I think because I think it was kind of a gap for Friends. Like we haven't had a Friends show in a few
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Where something came up, and then bam, CBS was like, "We got you."
In 2005.
They just kept rolling things out.
Wait, you say it's CBS?
Yeah.
CBS.
What?
Same as Big Bang Theory. And
Yeah, CBS. Is that okay, James?
I just must be remembering wrong. I thought it was different. I don't.
Where did
I
you
don't
think
remember.
it was, James?
I don't know.
It might be BBC. I don't remember.
It's not BBC. I know that. All right, just
Bravo?
Sci-fi.
Yeah, sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
Definitely.
Sci-fi. That's what it was.
Post name change.
Paramount.
Yeah,
There it is.
It's the Paramount Network. It
Formerly
just
known as-
premiered.
Formerly known as Spike.
Yeah.
or the
R.I.P.
El Rey Network.
Oh, dude, that's a
That's a plug.
shout out. You're in Austin.
Yeah.
know who we're talking about. You okay, Kenny?
I'm just trying to translate How I Met Your Mother into Spanish.
Well, it's not necessary. It's Robert Rodriguez's channel. Not
See?
Spain. All right.
He's got some weird stuff on that,
Yeah.
but I kind of like it.
I've never seen it. I just know
El
he
Rey.
owns it. Yeah.
So he's got some weird things going on there. There's a lot
Yes.
of guilty pleasure stuff on there.
So we just have to watch that.
Yeah,
once.
because like they have a wrestling show on there
That's
that's got
fantastic.
like magic and electricity and a bunch of things going on.
So electricity is different from magic to you.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's all kind of the same. You're
Donde.
right.
Yeah.
Donde
That's where.
Yeah, you're
que
That's what.
qual
I don't know what that is.
donde.
All right.
qual is what?
Oh, that's what one is?
I don't know. I can't answer that question for you.
That's good.
Thank
good
you.
bit. Good bit.
Thank you.
So I guess this podcast is gonna now have structure to it instead.
But you sound so
Boy,
disappointed.
you're so sad.
Listen,
You're like, I had some real dreams and ambitions with this thing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not structured.
You're aggressively a-structured.
Yeah, whatever that. I assume that means without structure.
Yes.
I like chaos. That's why I like improv.
You should have called it chaos theory, you dumbo.
We're not changing our name again.
It's gonna be confusing for the.
Nope.
We are guilty treasures.
Coming at you from RCRD Studios. That's right behind
Yeah,
you.
no, that's
there.
right.
I
Permanent
know.
RCRD.
Shout out to them. Thank you
Mhm.
for the equipment and just being nice people.
Yeah, really nice people.
Really nice. Really nice.
When you say it, sounds sarcastic, Kenny.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Kenny. What are your guilty pleasures?
Star Trek. I don't feel good about loving Star Trek as much as I do
Why?
because no one likes it.
People like it.
A lot of people like it, but they're few and far between, and usually it's not the cool people.
I feel like more people like Star Trek than King Ralph.
Yes, you are correct. Hold on, let me get my wallet out and give you $20.
Good bit.
This is the ASMR Power Minute, where we just do ASMR for you. And there goes the Power Minute.
There's a lot of bad Star Trek. There's a lot of bad Star Trek. There's also a lot of great Star Trek. Whenever it's great, it's some of the best science fiction that pop culture has ever had to offer.
Do you think it outshines the great Star Trek? Do you think it outshines the bad Star Trek?
I think it does.
Mhm.
Yes, I think it's very easy to forget all of the bad Star Trek. But additionally, there's this property that is involved where I think all of the worst qualities of Star Trek get aggregated and applied liberally over the entire franchise. Chintzy production value, terrible dialogue, terrible acting.
I've never seen Star Trek, so I really have nothing to say.
Sure. It's really easy to equate the folks that are on screen with people that are wearing pajamas for a living. You would not be far from the truth. They dress in onesies the further the show goes along.
That's fantastic.
But I genuinely love it. And one of the great things about Star Trek is, at least as it's, whenever Star Trek is firing on all cylinders, it's about blue-collar people thrown in extraordinary circumstances more than anything. I think the original series encapsulates this aspect best because the world is so small. There's nothing special about it. It's just people that are working very hard, encountering a strange new world. So I feel a little bit guilty about my unabashed love of Star Trek. And I could go on forever about that. Additionally, I want to make you guys sit down and watch Magic Mike XXL
I'm down.
and go into all the history with that movie and the kind of revelatory gender politics of that film.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to think.
Yeah, that's what you should be doing. That you're a film guy.
Movies should make you do that, man.
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
Are you contemplating this home film thing now just because
Yeah.
For the
you guys
listener,
have really just shattered my dreams right now. Like I have to think for filmmaking.
for the listener at home, James is currently getting into a corner, grabbing a pillow, and just going to sleep, much like a small cat would.
Just good night. No, okay, I'm awake. Take 3.
good nap, good bit. Good.
Yeah, I try. I
But-
watched Flight 93 today.
Flight 93 or United 93?
Flight 93. Yeah,
The
I've-
made-for-TV A&E
Yeah.
telemovie?
made with Fox, in association with Fox.
Oh, James.
It was still really sad.
Oh.
It was better. Here's a hot take. Because I started watching United 93, and I was really bored by it.
Gross.
But then I went over to Flight 93 and was legitimately entertained and touched.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. The direction was way better.
Granted, I've never seen Flight 93, though I'm assuming that master filmmaker like Paul Greengrass probably has nothing compared to the director of Flight 93, whoever that is. But you
I'm looking it up.
you have to meet United 93 on its own terms, which is one of the great things about that movie. It is just a recreation of those events and a dramatization of those events, which your mileage will vary, and understandably so, because it's not a pleasant watch.
And no star
No.
casting, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Not really. I think the biggest star in that movie is Olivia Thirlby, and that's in maybe a 1 or 2 second shot.
Peter Markle directed Flight 93.
Yes, the great Peter Markle, director of Flight 93.
Listen,
Bow down to the king is what I say.
it was better directed.
No, that's not possible,
How is it not possible?
because Paul Greengrass is able to get so much tension from watching dots cross a screen in United 93. I don't recall. It's one of the most tense things that I've seen.
And it's silent during that time, isn't it? It keeps going back to the dots to the people.
It's been a long time since I've seen it. I just remember just being enthralled by the entire experience.
I think I was young, and I think I told myself I think I'm only going to watch this once.
I mean,
Kind of thing. It's probably warranted. I could watch it again.
I was
that's fair.
23 minutes in, and they were still setting things up.
Yeah.
Well, because it's an everyday life. You got to remember, like It was an everyday life for everybody. It was a normal Tuesday.
I know it was a normal Tuesday.
I don't think you remember.
9/11? No, I was in 3rd grade.
I wanted you to say the Alamo.
No.
That's what 93 is about.
Listen.
It's about the Alamo.
Listen.
Oh, I'm the only Texan here.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeehaw.
That's why my first go-to was Remember the Alamo.
Either way, Flight 93 made me cry a whole bunch because it was real sad. So it had an emotional reaction like films are supposed to do. And it made me think about those people's lives.
I like the Cat in the Hat movie because that cat was in a hat.
What?
The Love Guru, that guy, he knew about relationships, and that just made me feel good. I'm sorry, buddy. Everybody teach their own.
I'm just saying. Flight 93 was bad directed. I mean, I haven't finished United 93 yet, but I was 23 minutes in, and I was like, there's still no
You
characters.
have to meet the movie on
There's
its
no
own-
characters. They weren't focusing on the characters.
That's what's great about it.
What? Movies are about characters.
No, heavens no.
What?
Movies
Oh, wow.
movies can be about a litany of things. It's not just about characters.
Yeah, but characters drive the story forward. They're the whole thing.
What about plot-driven movies?
What about what?
Plot-driven movies.
No.
Are we going to take this to Rotten Tomatoes just to even it out a little bit?
No, you shouldn't use Rotten Tomatoes to judge the quality of a film.
Well,
You should
just-
use your personal taste.
I know, but just so we have a general idea, on Flight 93,
Okay.
the audience score is 65.
Solid. It's a
And
D.
on the tomato meter, they didn't even rate it. So
Listen.
let's check United.
Okay, so-
83 audience and 90 on the tomato
Yeah,
meter.
James is wrong. James will finish United 93 and cry even more. We get it.
I don't think that you have the ability to connect with United 93 because that movie does not really have characters.
Because they're people.
It's
But yeah,
because
they're
it's not.
people, but you still need to show the people. That's how you care about it.
I'd be really eager to watch United 93.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
I would be in like.
Are we? You're just gonna see me cry.
Is this our new Shrek? Is this?
Apparently.
No. Let's not make United 93 a new Shrek. That would be bad.
Just Buffalo Wild Wings and
No.
United
not.
93?
No, let's not do that.
You're right. We'll watch it with King Ralph.
That's more acceptable as opposed to making United 93 a meme.
Yeah.
True.
Let's
Yeah.
not do that.
Let's not do that. That'd be real bad.
Yeah.
But it's been a while. But yeah, United 93, I remember it being the first non-Hollywood depiction of September 11. I thought that was really interesting.
I mean, there really hasn't been a film that has.
World Trade Center with Nick Cage and
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I was almost finished with my sentence, but I appreciate you contributing. Thank you. There hasn't really been a film that has captured 9/11 as potently without any jingoistic patriotism attached to it, as opposed to United 93, which can definitely be a very cold watch because there is no character. It's not interested in participating with traditional film structure, I think. Well, it probably does have a traditional film structure, but it's completely atypical in the sense that there's no... Mark Wahlberg is not on United 93, and he's not stopping the United 93 terrorists. There is no one central character that you can follow. If anything, the closest that you could do is probably the head of the air traffic control center, and even then, I don't recall that movie having very much about his inner monologue or much about his thoughts outside of just sheer terror and panic.
From the 23 minutes I watched, it was just things happening. That's it. No, like you said, no character. Just like, all right, this thing's happened, and now it's time for this thing. It's just plot. I like characters.
Well, here's the thing too. Like, if I'm not mistaken, United 93, they're just kind of going. It's
We're talking so much about United 93
really
on a
are.
film about guilty pleasure movies.
Irony.
This is a movie that is about a hardcore recreation of events that happened on September 11th,
Yeah, it's really sad.
told with a cold, calculated style that is meant to evoke tension and terror and panic. It is by a master filmmaker. It's a great movie. This is not a guilty pleasure movie. And if anyone does come in here and say this is, I got a little guilty pleasure, it's called United 93, we should go. We should leave.
Yeah, that really silenced the conversation.
Yeah.
So Power Rangers, they taught me to stand up to bullying
Huh.
and to just be a good person.
I just thought they were really cool. If I'm being honest. If I'm being like completely honest, and I might be one of the few, I don't remember them teaching me a lot.
What?
I really do. Well,
It's hand-fisted down your throat.
oh, I do remember them teaching me about gambling.
The kids are not one for subtlety.
No. It's.
I just saw sparks and really cool jumpsuits.
I mean, yeah, that's the main appeal, but also it's like, Jason, I don't know what to do. These guys are bullying me. Billy, you gotta stand up for yourself. Thanks, Jason. And then they fight a monster based around that. It's awesome.
Again, kids aren't one for subtlety. It was meant for kids, James.
I know. I watched it as a kid, and I grew up on it. It was awesome.
And they taught me about gambling because they brought that Plinko machine. And what's his face got really, really into gambling because of the Plinko machine.
I don't know.
That's what it taught me. It taught me that Plinko machines are bad.
What episode was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Good grief.
Which one?
The Red Ranger.
Which one?
What do you mean?
There's
I
been-
believe Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Well, there's Jason and there's also Rocky.
There's Rocky.
Which one?
Or Jason.
I believe it was Rocky.
Okay, so that's like season 3, Mighty
yeah, that's
Morphin.
season 3.
They bring in a Plinko machine
Uh-huh.
and they he gets addicted to it, and then the Plinko machine becomes a monster.
Yeah, because Rita was probably like, let's destroy Rocky.
Well, if it's season 3, let's be sure it would actually be Rita Repulsa along with the combination of Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa.
That's true.
Thank you.
I got to meet Lord Zed.
What?
One of my treasured moments.
What?
In all honesty, I really did.
No,
Yeah.
elaborate.
He's
Don't open up your water bottle. Tell us.
he's a very teeny tiny
Can you
man.
close your water bottle?
Close
Yeah.
your water bottle and tell us.
Was making you nervous.
Yes.
But yeah, he played. I can't remember.
It's just
his-
that James asked you to close your water bottle and you kept opening it.
Thank
I
you,
can't remember
Kenny.
his name off the top of my head, but yeah, he's a very, very small man, very teeny tiny, but a vocal range like nobody else.
That's
Really
awesome.
nice guy. Lord Zed. what's
I
his-
have a picture of the Blue Power Ranger and signed by the Blue Power Ranger because my friend Danielle was nice enough to wait in line for me while I was at work, and she got signed for me.
David Yost.
That's correct.
Nice.
Edwin Neal. That was his name.
So thank you, Danielle, for that nice picture.
But yeah, really, really nice guy. We had a convention back home where I'm from,
Where are you
Um,
from?
Kingsville, Texas.
What's your address?
Current or over there? I'm not gonna say it over there because that's my mom's address. So that's weird. But yeah, and really nice guy. And I remember everybody was asking just these off the wall questions, like good genuine questions, like, oh, what was the set like? What was filming like? Blah blah blah. And I was just like, can you please just say Rangers? And he did, and my heart giggled. He was just like, Rangers. I was like, oh my god,
Rangers.
and it was just so good. And he still had it, and he was just this really, really small man who was just like has this big booming voice whenever he puts it on.
That's awesome.
Really, really cool guy.
That's what I want to do.
Mr. Neal, if you're listening, thank you.
My goal, and this is 100% real, I want to be a Power Ranger. On like the new Nickelodeon picked them up. I want to be a Power Ranger. Yeah, since like season like 24 or 25, they've
Oh.
picked them up.
Weren't they
Gosh.
Disney for a while?
They were.
Mhm.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, because it was like on Disney XD or something.
And before that was Fox.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fox Kids,
I
yeah.
want to be a Power Ranger. So if there's any casting agents out there,
Well,
Hire James Fight.
I mean,
'cause
it's in your
I-
name.
Yeah. Yeah. I will be the best Red Ranger. I'll be a Blue Ranger. I don't care. Just let me be a Ranger.
Now's the time that you actually lean into your name for the first time ever. Unbelievable.
So many opportunities. We've given you absolute gold.
But seriously, I want to be a Power Ranger. Let's make that happen.
James, we're on your side.
I feel like you're fighting me.
We're not fighting you.
I think you're last naming me.
Well, if we're just throwing things out, I really want to be Fred Flintstone. So, I know they're making a remake. It's coming down
they?
the pipe. It's got to. I mean,
Why would they?
Look, they're making Tom and Jerry. They're making a
Wait,
Roadrunner.
Back what?
Yeah.
They're making both of those things?
All live action.
Why?
I think Hanna-Barbera really wants to come back. I know.
Is it like a show or a movie?
I believe a feature length.
What? I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my reaction, Kenny.
I just found out Cats is coming back. But I mean, like, the thing is, like, Tom and Jerry worked and Roadrunner worked because it was like 10-minute bits.
Yeah, it won't work in a feature movie.
Yeah, like,
It's just like really simple writing.
well, I thought Goosebumps was going to be really, really silly
Never saw it.
as a film. It was enjoyable.
I watched it as a kid and it freaked me out. Specifically, the toe monster eater episode. There's a little monster that ate people's toes, and it freaked me out. So I never watched Goosebumps again. My mom made fun of me. She said, "Oh, the toe monster's gonna eat your toes, James."
Oh, no. That's a terrible thing to tell a child that's genuinely afraid of that.
Yeah,
Why would your mother be that patronizing?
because it worked.
Yeah. Now I'm a great kid and I stay away from toe monsters.
Oh, great!
He stays away from dough monsters.
Yeah.
Dough monsters.
Oh. Oh, that would terrify me. Just a monster that just eats the sugar cookie dough.
I worked so hard.
I know. I made
worked
the,
so hard on it.
Yeah, mine.
Ow! Ow!
but that never happened to James's toes.
That's true, because I stayed away.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to my loving mother.
Well,
But Goosebumps is great, though.
I mean, your mother took something that you were genuinely scared of and then leveraged it for humor.
I mean,
Yeah,
don't-
that wasn't your childhood either. This is too long of a pause. I feel like that's just what you do as parents.
Yeah, that's a bad parenting.
You're gonna make my mom cry, Kenny.
Good.
Whoa, you've met my mom.
we're sorry, Mrs. James' mom. We don't want to make you cry. We think you're great.
I don't like that because you're teaching your child, hey, your fears aren't real.
My fears aren't real, Kenny.
Which, now that I've said that out loud, many children's fears aren't indeed real.
I mean, they aren't. I mean, I was scared of Scooby-Doo,
Yeah.
Go on.
so my parents bought
Elaborate.
me a Scooby-Doo lunchbox,
Oh my gosh.
and I embraced the fear. I wasn't afraid of Scooby-Doo itself, though.
Talking dogs.
I was
no.
I was afraid of Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr.
So you were afraid of the movie.
No, just kidding.
Oh no, power couples. No! Ah!
Well, the second one was kind of scary. Didn't have that clown ghost thing.
I don't remember,
I mean,
man.
to be fair, there were an unlimited amount of monsters.
What? I don't remember.
The movie was called Monsters Unlimited. That was a
Oh.
great joke.
Good bit. Good bit.
Thank you.
I don't
I
remember.
wasn't.
I honestly don't remember. Well, we have talked a lot about Buffy characters without talking about Buffy.
Buffy's amazing.
We've talked about How I Met Your Mother, who's got Willow. We've talked
Yeah.
about Sarah Michelle Gellar, who's,
Who's Buffy?
no, she's in the series somewhere.
Wait,
but
what are you?
Daphne.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is Daphne. That's the only thing she's ever been known for ever.
Yeah.
I'm only saying it because I know James really genuinely loves Buffy.
I love Buffy.
And it's a
so
good show. It's a great
It's
show.
a great show. It's a great show. It's
Yeah.
like the adult version of Power Rangers. It taught me really great things.
I mean, I thought the vampires looked kind of dumb.
I feel
Get
like
the fuck out.
I
Leave
feel-
that out.
I feel like the remake of Power Rangers would be the Power Rangers for adults.
Dude, the remake, the new Power Ranger movie was so good.
It was unusually good.
It
Yeah.
was so good. Most people I've talked to, who aren't film people, are like, "It was dumb. They weren't in the Power Rangers suit." It's like, yeah, because they didn't earn it. They earned it. That's why it was so good. When Jason finally says it's morphine time, I literally threw my fist in the air and cheered. You can ask my parents; they were in the theater with me.
I thought it was really depicted well. It was
great.
it was
I love that
cool.
movie.
And like I kind of felt like a kid again. I was like, oh, this is dope. Like this is, and they didn't cater to us necessarily.
No.
They gave us the film we deserved.
Yeah,
They didn't give us,
which no one saw.
I know.
yeah.
But there's still hope for a sequel.
No.
Yes, because they
Nah.
got bought out by something else. I forgot the news, but I think Hasbro bought them, and now they're like, oh, we're gonna make more movies.
Now they just reboot it.
But I really like that cast.
Oh yeah, I like the cast too. They're gonna reboot it
No, Kenny.
because it didn't stick.
It just gotta try again.
That's not how it works.
That's not how
anymore.
Hollywood works.
Just
That's
try
not-
again. Hollywood's dumb. Just go online. Just keep making movies. You're great. I love all of you.
Aside
Just
from
keep
the
going.
Ernest films, where like Ernest Christmas or Ernest and all those, where they were literally just like, keep going. You got money here. Just keep rolling.
I want more of the Power Rangers. I want it. More of the Power Rangers. It was so good. I'm gonna watch that movie.
Yeah, James, no one is fighting you on this.
I think the only reason I think there might be a sequel,
Yes,
There won't be.
I do hope there is one,
It's not gonna happen.
it will.
is because they're running out of ideas, man.
What are you talking about? No, they're
Just for films, yeah. We're making a Tom and Jerry movie.
not. Okay, fair enough.
Like I hope they make a sequel.
They're not going to.
They set it up for Tommy. Tommy's gonna come and be the Green Ranger.
Again, James, no one is fighting you on this.
You just said they weren't making a sequel.
Yeah,
That's
they're not-
fighting me.
That's not. I'm not. I'm telling you the truth, James.
No, let me live in denial.
That's weird. And
Speaking of which, that he's just been holding on for another Power Ranger something.
Who, Jason David Frank?
Yeah.
Dude, he's been making a lot of money off of his Power Rangers career.
Yeah.
He's
Like-
been 5 Rangers.
Oh wow.
He's been 5 Power Rangers.
And an MMA fighter, which is really the equivalent.
Of
A realistic-
of a real life Power Ranger.
Yeah. I mean, aside from the sparks, yeah.
And then there's Sparks. That's called
Entrances. Oh. True. Never thought about that. Sparks or blood. That's actually kind of terrifying when you actually consider it.
blood. Right?
Wow. Oh.
Paints a whole different light.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that sorry, Kenny. Do that bootleg Power Rangers, the Power Slash Rangers that got a lot of negative view?
yeah, with James Vanderbeek.
Was it the slash in there? Are you supposed to say slash? Like
Yes.
Power Slash Rangers?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gross.
Because it's like a forward slash
Ew.
and then Rangers.
It was by Joseph Kahn. It was supposed to be tongue in cheek.
Was it?
Yes, most definitely.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
And it was just a super hard,
Yeah,
gritty remake of Power Rangers.
it was great.
Oh, oh, okay. Okay, then yes, I have seen it.
And it was so
Okay.
over the top that.
It was great.
And then the funny thing is that tonally it was very similar to the remake
Yeah.
that eventually happened.
Wasn't Jason David Frank in there?
No.
Or am I thinking of another one?
Thinking of something else.
He was in the remake.
Yeah, he and
I know he was in the remake, but I thought he was in. That because this was just a short.
He was
right?
in the remake.
Yeah, it was like a 20-minute short.
Yeah, he was in the remake though.
Yeah, he was pointing at the Megazord
Yeah, going, I'm in the remake.
right next to Kimberly.
Oh, Kimberly. Oh man.
Keep it down. Just drink your water. Talk about movies.
Jeez, Kimberly.
All right,
Oh gosh.
tone it down. Pump the brakes.
But Power Rangers the movie.
It's so good. I want more.
I want more Ivan Ooze. Is what I want.
Is it good?
Yes.
Is it though?
Wait, which one? The 95 or the 2016?
The
17?
95. not
Oh, the 95. Is it good?
Only because you said Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, which is different
from Power Rangers.
than
the
Power
movie.
Rangers.
Right.
Semantically.
Both by Bandai.
That's right.
No. The 95.
I mean, objectively, as a filmmaker, no.
No.
As James Fight, it's amazing. I love it.
I mean,
How are you going to edit this episode?
What do you mean how?
We're
He's just gonna edit it.
We're all over the place. It's great. The description's going to have to be United 93 / Power Rangers.
Oh, jeez.
United 93 Power / Rangers.
iTunes is going to call me. Hey, just wanted to check and see if everything's okay. Notice that you talked about United 93 and Power Rangers.
Kenny, did I make you uncomfortable by talking about United 93?
I'll talk United 93 all day.
Flight 93.
I've not seen Flight 93.
Check it out. You see that I'm right.
All right.
But yeah, 95, not a...
I mean, Ivan Ooze was a pretty scary character.
It was a great character, man.
He is basically the Bin Laden of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Kenny, no. Oh,
this
that
was-
felt really bad.
Did it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he enslaved people and...
All right, no. I'm pressing the ejection button on this. We're not
But,
going to talk about it.
If I'm not mistaken, it did introduce me to Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Did it?
Yeah, when they're jumping out of the plane.
Oh, that's the entire reason I want to skydive. Is because of the opening
Dude
shot.
on a
and-
snowboard.
Yeah, right? Tommy.
On a snowboard,
Tommy
man.
gets it. Yeah,
Like, they just made him seem cool right out of the gate.
because
Like-
Tommy is cool.
I mean,
I mean, he's no Jason, but I'm Team Jason, but everyone else is Team Tommy.
I'm Team Bulk.
Get out of here.
Oof.
He was cool, man. Yeah.
No, he was a delinquent.
He's the only fat person representation.
That I had.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Listen. There's someone from Texas. He's a chubby,
Oh my god. It's really offensive.
non-white Power Ranger in the new series.
Nuh-uh, I don't believe
Yes.
you.
Yes. Yeah.
He's probably the one that eats food all the time, and they go, Charlie.
No, he's a Power Ranger. He's
Yeah,
Like, he's like the green or blue Power Ranger.
Yeah, and he's probably the Power Ranger that goes, "Wait up, guys!" and he's got a hoagie in his mouth, and they
All
always go,
right.
Charlie.
Stop making fun.
I know I'm fat.
No, that's not. Stop it.
I know what the representation of fat people is on screen because it's 99%
And it,
Seth Rogen types.
Oh.
yeah. But even then, Seth Rogen, I feel, is just kind of like, I don't know if he helped. I think he made it worse.
Go on. Keep talking.
I mean, he's always he plays the fat stoner guys.
Not always.
Not in all ways, but I mean, for most part.
Sure.
What?
That was me sliding my phone across the table to prove Aaron wrong.
What?
Yeah, I told you. He's
Yo,
from Texas.
He's husky.
I told you.
Yo, this is no disrespect to you. Oh, Cosme Flores.
Sure. I don't know what that means.
That's his name.
That's his name.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, and he's from Donna?
Yeah. I told you.
No, you don't
Texas.
understand. Donna is very south.
I prefer
Okay.
his father.
Yeah, he's from that place. See? Power Rangers.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, he's husky. That's because
Wow.
Progressive.
Someone that looks like me on screen.
And he's a hero. He's a beast morpher Power Ranger.
I swear to God, if they give him a bull or something,
What animal do you want him
Wow.
to be?
a tiger
That's
All right.
incredible.
or a yellow jacket,
A yellow jacket.
something small, okay?
Okay.
That's all I want.
I'm sorry.
Because you got to remember, when Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, all we had was Bulk and Dan from Roseanne.
You listen. The
Fred Flintstone.
Fred Flintstone. The Ernie. You had Ernie in Power Rangers.
Great.
He was nice. He owned a business. He had a business that was hopping.
Yeah, and he always wore a Hawaiian shirt to hide his gut.
All right.
It
well,
works. It works.
I know.
That's the sad thing. Because Tito in Rocket Power, Rocket Power is such a good show.
That is a really good show. I can't wait to be a Power Ranger. Anyway, go ahead, Rocket Power.
But I mean, if a kid from Donna can do it, man, I'm telling you, Donna's a very small community in South Texas.
This is my point. This is why I want to be a Power Ranger.
James, no one is fighting against you being a Power Ranger.
Hashtag make James Power Ranger.
Okay, it's happening.
Great.
# make James a Power Ranger.
Yep.
Mhm.
But Rocket Power.
Great show.
Doesn't have the staying power that Power Rangers does.
No,
It didn't have
No.
Ivan Ooze.
that's it.
So-
It did have Tony Hawk though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that
That
was
was
like
weird.
the 4th season.
yeah.
Tony Hawk was just like, "Hey, what's up? Look at all my cool stuff. Glow in the dark skateboards." I remember that episode specifically for
Oh.
some reason.
It feels like Tony Hawk didn't really have that much. If he went, look at all my stuff, glow in the dark skateboards,
But it was like a whole like it was like a puzzle.
other glow in the dark skateboards.
You had to solve it by skating
Get back here! You got more out of the glow in the dark skateboards.
and snowboarding.
Glow in the dark tech decks. Those were cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, are we gonna be doing Disney original movies?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
but that's gonna be a different show though.
If someone
This isn't associated with that.
well, it can't. What? It can't be. If you.
I mean, I feel like those need to be guilty pleasures.
Yeah,
Fine, we'll do it on here. It's
James.
fine. I'm looking for more content. I
Yeah.
need to be busier.
No, you don't. I'm so scared for you.
Listen. You're right.
Yeah. It's okay to just work on one thing at a time, James.
That's crazy.
No.
Disney original movies, man, they were bad. They're redoing Freaky Friday, by the way.
Again?
Yeah, another.
That'll be the 3rd iteration, right?
It'll be a fourth.
Fourth?
Yeah.
Because there was the original, and then
I believe there's one with Gabby Hoffman.
I
Yeah.
don't know who that is.
And then there's
I
the one
think,
we all know.
Lindsay Lohan.
I think it's Gabby Hoffman. Yeah, the Lindsay Lohan.
And then this one, which is a Disney original movie,
Nice.
which is really, really
Nice.
Sick.
no.
Tight.
Nice.
It's
Radical.
it's
Nice, dude. Dude.
Hang 10.
nice. It's not though.
Sure.
It's just
More we're gonna have to watch it.
yeah. You need to watch the trailer at least. It's just cringy. Like they try to be cool and hip,
Why?
like Freaky Friday, like the Lindsay Lohan was.
Was it though?
Well, like she was like grunge.
Yeah.
I guess grunge, but
Was
like
it? When did that movie come out? 2003?
That
It's
sounds
early
about
2000, right?
That
yeah,
sounds
early
about right.
2000s.
Because it's like just getting off the grunge.
What do you mean
Era.
Girls? What? Grunge was way before
It was
2003.
90s.
Yeah, the early 90s.
I feel like it died at 95.
I think it died in 2003.
Wrong.
You can think, but you're so wrong.
That's wrong. You are wrong.
So that'd be more like the pop punk era?
2003? Yeah, that would be pop punk.
Yeah.
Okay.
When did American Idiot come out?
2003. Or 2002, maybe.
Somewhere in between there, yeah.
Yeah, because I know it was going back to this after 9/11, because that entire album was about that.
Pop punk didn't. Is it dead yet?
Well, I have a playlist on my Spotify called Pop Punk Perfection, so I don't think so.
Depends on who you ask.
Right? I don't think it's dead.
It'll live on forever.
It's certainly not as mainstream as it was back in the early 2000s.
Wait, Warp Tour's gone.
I don't know what that is.
Vans Warp Tour.
What? Don't say it again. That doesn't make me
No,
understand
Vans
it.
Warp Tour.
What's Vans, like the shoe?
Vans, Warp Tour.
I don't know what that means.
Vans Warp Tour.
It was a
It's a
big
tour,
of vans,
and it was
Like the shoes.
just Dodge Grand Caravans going in a circle across country.
and much like Suicide Squad, it was pretty twisted. It was warped.
And Will Smith led it.
I can't. I
No.
know that last bit was a bit, but
Warp Tour was
Sponsored by Vans.
sponsored by Vans. and
the
it
shoe
was-
thing.
Yes, the shoe
Oh,
shoe
okay.
company.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was
It was a tour.
a cross country tour
Yeah.
of pop punk bands.
Oh,
So think places
Sum 41.
bands
Blink
like
182.
Yellow Card, Bowling for Soup. They were just in this past recent one.
Panic at the Disco.
They might have back in the early days, back when they had longer hair, like that was in their face.
American Rejects.
Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy. That's the big one.
Yeah, they basically the mainstream ones now have Warped Tour to thank for it, and it just ended. It was honestly a big thing. I think it was like 18 years old. That's why I'm saying pop punk might be dead.
Nah.
I think so.
Well, it'll live on in our
Well.
hearts.
But Panic at the Disco is still a thing.
Fall Out Boy is still a thing.
That's true.
I don't think it's what it used to be,
No.
but nothing was like it used to be.
Well, yeah, because time changes things.
No.
Yeah,
Time
you're
doesn't
right.
change. So this is what we're gonna agree on.
Great.
Yeah,
That time doesn't change everything.
just constant stasis. So maybe next week we'll have more of a structure.
Why are you so against structure, James?
Because this was more fun.
Well, I think we need
Just
to.
talking about random stuff.
I think we need to. What are we gonna talk about for next week?
Well, I have a guest lined up. I have a guest lined up.
Lined up.
His name is Johnny Anzalito.
Ugh.
Oh, I know Johnny.
Kenny, why?
Hmm?
Why don't you like Johnny?
He's gonna hear this probably before.
Kenny and his bits.
Yep.
Anyway, so Johnny's gonna come on. But now originally I was gonna have the guest tell us their guilty pleasure in session, but now we're gonna have them tell it to us beforehand so we can watch it and ingest it and then discuss it as a group.
Provide some researched content.
I mean, I guess.
Hot content, baby. Hot content.
Just sounds like structure to me.
Yeah, which is structure is not bad.
You know,
No.
improv is not. I mean, podcasts are not improv. I mean, they can
except
be.
for improv podcasts.
Except for improv podcasts. But like a little bit of structure helps.
A
I
little bit of
guess.
structure goes a long way.
All right.
I think it was Scott Ackerman that first said that.
As long as I don't have to come up with the structure, I'll just say yes to it.
All right. Okay.
And-
Yes, and there you go.
Yeah. Because I'm bad at coming up with structures. That's just why I don't like structure.
You don't have to be an architect, man.
I'll just put the books on the shelf.
That's weird because United 93 is a lot more astructural than Flight 93 would be. So you should be more of a fan of United 93 versus Flight 93.
That's interesting. But
Yeah.
that I
I'm a-
think
I'm
I think it's like you were going to say before I cut you off early on this podcast is because I don't like non-character driven things. Doesn't make sense to my brain. I connect with people, not events. Yeah, take that. No, all right. That's too silent.
Do you feel uncomfortable, Kenny? Should we leave?
Doing Foley work.
Or are you trying to fully? Right, but what is that supposed to represent?
Wrestling.
Nailed it.
Oh, guys, stop it. Stop. We're friends. But yeah, that was a hit. Oh, what a slobber knocker.
But yeah, no, I like character-driven things because, again, I connect with people and I find people fascinating rather than just events.
Let's run an exercise.
All right.
Do you like true crime stuff?
No.
Do you like true crime stuff?
I love it.
Cool. Experiment done.
Solid exercise.
Sure.
Wait, what was the exercise?
Sure. Really just an exercise for my own internal brain purposes because of the way that I think mass audiences consume media, the proliferation of NCIS, CSI, Law and Orders,
Ugh.
and the like, true crime or crime-based things, which I think are... Well, I do think folks tune into something like NCIS for the characters. I think they might be more engrossed with the whodunit plot aspects.
I can see that.
Not a big fan of NCIS.
I loathe it.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's horrendous.
It's terrible writing.
Do like Law and Order though.
Ugh.
SVU more specifically.
But why?
Out of here.
Why?
Yep.
Just the tension and the stories.
Is it stories though?
Yeah, every story. I mean, sometimes there is an overarching story throughout the season, but for the most part, it's a lot of this is this person's story. We're going to figure out who done it, and by the end of it, might not be a happy ending, but there might not be a sad ending either.
Yeah, and
But it's their story.
it's slight variations on a theme.
Yeah.
Usually, there's not too much.
Not huge
Derivation.
different. Yeah, not huge differences in the theme, but it's kind of a good microscopic view
Mm-hmm.
of people and lives and stories. And I mean, I also like some really far out there stuff. Like I liked Oz. That was a great show too.
Never watched it.
Yeah, it's deep. You should. It's
Did you like Breaking Bad and Mad
Yes.
Men?
honestly have not given Mad Men a chance.
I still need to finish it, but those are two shows I really enjoy.
Liked Breaking Bad. Really liked Breaking Bad actually.
Yeah,
Better Call Saul have not given it a chance just because I want to sit there and just watch it all.
same.
I can already tell. But
Because those were very character driven.
yeah.
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 What are your favorite shows outside of Guilty Treasures?
Scrubs.
Hmm.
Love Scrubs. Helped me get through high school.
Sure.
Breaking Bad. I really like Game of Thrones.
Scrubs also kind of falls into a pattern after season 2.
Well, yeah, you need patterns to make Scrubs.
Oh, you want okay?
Except that Breaking Bad doesn't.
Hold on.
Breaking Bad, something could. The status quo regularly changes.
Let's talk about Scrubs.
Okay.
What pattern does it fall into?
JD gets a girl. There's casual sexism. JD loves Turk. Oh gosh, Carla is strong.
Yeah.
Elliot is neurotic.
Oh yeah.
JD wants Dr. Cox's approval. Dr. Cox secretly appreciates JD, but will never say it to his face. Dr. Kelso is a curmudgeon, but also really cares.
Heart of Gold.
Yeah, that's in season 3. That's pretty much every episode until season 8.
6. What? Yeah. Yeah. you're
Whenever
right.
they said, "Hey, we're coming to an end."
I have a
Forgot
beard
it was
now.
that long.
Yeah,
I love Scrubs. It's great.
it's good. It's very pleasant to watch.
You know, it was a great show.
Power Rangers.
I might have a great show that not a lot of people watched.
How I Met Your Mother.
Boston Legal.
Never seen it. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
A lot of people watch that one though.
Well, Fox still canceled it.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people watch it.
Good thing NBC picked it up.
Yes.
Which I would have thought that was much more NBC's range a little bit to begin with.
Yeah.
But yeah, Boston Legal had a lot of people. It had William Shatner. It had what's his name from Age of Ultron? Played Ultron.
Oh, James Spader.
I
Spader.
like that's your frame of reference for James Spader.
Miss Congeniality, the bad lady.
Candice Bergen.
Yes, they had some pretty heavy hitters in there. But I want to say it had a very short run. But it was just about 3 attorneys and their crazy antics of being defense attorneys. And it was really good. I really liked it. It was really, really great. And it got canned.
Well, it happens.
Yeah.
And hopefully we don't get canned
Well, we're self-supporting.
I mean,
because,
there's no oversight. We're in charge.
Yeah.
well, hopefully we get canned.
But,
Find out next week
wait, what?
because we're closing down this episode.
Okay.
On next week's episode of
Guilty
It's not
Treasures.
Dragon Ball Z. It's Guilty Treasures, guys.
I have opinions about Dragon Ball Z.
Great.
They better be good.
They're not. Well, Dragon Ball Z is fine, but anything else after Dragon Ball Z is dumb. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. Goodbye. Like us on Patreon. Give us money, please.
James, calm down.
I need money. And rest. Mostly rest.
Yeah,
Red
stop
Hat-
trying to branch out to do more content.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's a band a lot of people don't talk about.
All right, it's time.